Read along to understand. Listen again to remember. 8 everyday topics in easy English. Lesson 1. Daily routine.
I wake up at 7. I brush my teeth and wash my face. I make coffee and toast. I eat breakfast at the table. I check the weather on my phone. I put on my shoes and jacket. Then I walk to the bus stop. I say hello to my neighbor. I listen to music on the bus. I start work at 9. I answer emails first. I join a short meeting. I write a report for my manager. At noon, I eat lunch. I talk with my coworkers. I finish work at 5. After work, I buy groceries. I cook pasta for dinner. I wash the dishes. I call my friend and chat. I read a book on the sofa. I practice English for 20 minutes. I take a short walk outside. Before bed, I take a shower. I set an alarm for tomorrow. I turn off the lights. I go to sleep at 10.
Lesson 2. Home and chores.
I live in a small apartment. My kitchen is bright in the morning. I water the plants on Sundays. I sweep the floor after dinner. I wipe the table with a cloth. I wash my clothes on Saturday. I hang the shirts to dry. I fold the clean clothes. I make my bed every day. I tidy the living room after work. I take out the trash at night. I clean the bathroom on weekends. I check the mailbox before I go upstairs. I write a shopping list on my phone. I cook rice in a small pot. I cut vegetables on a board. I stir the soup with a wooden spoon. I set the table for 2. I light a candle in the evening. I open the window for fresh air. I turn off the TV when I'm done. I plug in my phone to charge. I read a recipe and try it. I wash the cups and plates. I say goodnight to my family.
Lesson 3. School day.
I arrive at school before 8 and put my backpack in the locker. Our first class begins at 8:15. I take notes in a small notebook. We read a short article and answer questions. I ask the teacher to repeat a new word. We practice in pairs and check our answers. At break time, I eat an apple and talk with friends. I borrow a book from the library. In science class, We watch a video about volcanoes. I work on a group project and share my screen. We present our ideas to the class. The teacher gives us homework for Thursday. I go to the gym and play basketball. After school, I ride the bus home. I start my homework at the kitchen table. I use an online dictionary to learn new words. I ask my sister to help me with math. I check my planner and pack my bag. I prepare a snack for tomorrow. I go to bed before 10.
Lesson 4. Food and Café.
I go to a cafe with a friend. I read the menu slowly. I ask, "What do you recommend?" I say, "I would like a coffee, please." I choose a small soup. I ask for water with no ice. I say thank you to the server. I wait at the table for my order. I ask for a spoon and a napkin. I try the soup and it tastes good. I add a little salt and pepper. I say, "Excuse me, could I have the bill?" I check the price on the bill. I pay with a card. I leave some coins as a tip. I say, "Have a nice day." I ask my friend, "How was your lunch?" We talk about weekend plans. I pack the leftovers in a box. I clean the table with a tissue. We put on our jackets. We walk back to work. We arrive on time.
Lesson 5. Travel and Directions.
I check the bus schedule on my phone. The next bus comes in 10 minutes. I wait at stop number 3. I tap my card when I get on. I sit near the window. I listen for my stop. I press the button to get off. I ask a guard, "Excuse me, where is the train station?" He says, "Go straight and turn left." I walk 2 blocks and see the sign. I buy a ticket at the machine. I choose a one-way ticket. I check the platform number. I read the map on the wall. I get on the correct train. I keep my bag close to me. I get off at Central Station. I follow the exit signs. Outside, I open a map app. I search for the museum. The app says it is 10 minutes away. I cross the street at the light. I arrive at the museum entrance. I am on time for my tour.
Lesson 6. Shopping and Money.
I go to a clothing store after work. I look at shirts on a rack. I ask, "How much is this one?" The clerk says, "It is $20. I try a medium size. It is too small. I try a large size. It fits well. I choose the blue color. I take the shirt to the counter. I ask, "Can I pay by card?" I tap my card on the reader. I enter my PIN. The clerk gives me a receipt. I put the receipt in my wallet. I ask about the return policy. The clerk says, "You have 30 days. I take a bag, but I refuse extra plastic. I say, "Thank you. Have a good day." I go to the supermarket next. I pick milk, eggs, and bread. I check the price per unit. I use the self-checkout. I scan each item slowly. I pay and take my receipt. I carry my bags home.
Lesson 7. Health and Appointments.
I feel tired and I have a cough. I drink warm tea with honey. I decide to call the clinic. I say, "I would like to make an appointment." The receptionist asks for my name. I spell my last name slowly. She offers Thursday at 10. I write the time in my calendar. I arrive 10 minutes early. I fill in a short form. The nurse checks my temperature. The doctor asks, "How do you feel?" I say, "I have a sore throat and a headache." He tells me to rest and drink water. He gives me a small prescription. I go to the pharmacy. I give the paper to the pharmacist. I wait for my medicine. I read the label for the dose. I take the pill after food. I go home and take a nap. I feel a little better in the evening.
Lesson 8. Small Talk and Weather.
I meet a coworker at the elevator. I say, "Good morning." She says, "Good morning. How are you?" I say, "I am fine, thank you." I ask, "How are you?" She says, "I am good." We wait for the elevator together. I say, "It is cold today." She says, "Yes, the wind is strong." I say, "I will wear a hat at lunch." She says, "I brought a scarf." The elevator comes and we go to the lobby. I hold the door for her. We walk to the coffee shop. I ask, "Any plans for the weekend?" She says, "I will visit my parents." I say, "That sounds nice. I will clean my house and rest. We get our coffee and say goodbye. Later, I talk to my neighbor. I say, "The sunset looks beautiful." He says, "Yes, the sky is pink." I say, "Have a good evening." He says, "You too." I go home and cook dinner.
Well done. 8 lessons finished.